The familiar names of the captain Danny McGrain and the leading goal scorer Frank McGarvey, both of whom are under suspension, but there are more than adequate resources at Parkhead. We have, of course, George McCluskey and Charlie Nicholas up front for Celtic, and in the number 2 spot, filling the Danny McGrain vacancy, Modder McLeod, who will bring that the utmost dedication and determination to his game. And back for Dundee United, they're glad to report Davy Dodds, who missed 3 games after an injury with Rangers. He is their leading goal scorer in the Scottish Cup. He scored a hat-trick against Motherwell. And that Dundee United team is really at full strength today. And watch these players like Sturrock and Kirkwood and Milne up front, prompted on by number 7, Eamon Bannon. Referee today is George Smith, who said to me only a few minutes ago that when he refereed the Scottish Cup final last year, a fact that few people remember. He says the only thing they remember about that is the riot and the white horses. This will be child's play to him today. Well, there's none of the sunshine we've had recently, but in fact the conditions are absolutely perfect for football. The pitch has had some rain, there's hardly any wind, and I think some of the fieriness will have been taken out by the dampness of the rain, and I think the players will be quite glad of that. Hegarty just got the slightest touch to that, and Holt runs wide to get that throw out. Good play by Holt. He saw that wide space there. Dodds is signalling for it. There he is. The neat touch inside. There is Sturrock. He didn't have anybody at the back there. Probin picking up. This is where he built it well for Celtic. What a style about the way he did that. Burns. Sting taken out of that attack by a slight miss pass to Burns. Reid. Hegarty steps in promptly, safely, simply, and Sturrock nudging it to McAdam. Burns. Holt can't get round to it, but there is Hegarty. Paul Hegarty, one of the best jumpers with the ball in the air, and he rather shaky game at Ibrox last week, I thought. McCluskey looked as if he wanted to let fly. Slight deflection from the referee. Milne. McLeod, he balanced himself before he let out at that. Well, that was good play by Nicholas. He was simply not content to let that go, but tamely for a goal kick. It's a throw-in. That's always a tight triangle to work out of, right across at the corner flag. Referee judges that as a free kick as McLeod came in from the back. Burns picking up. And too many tangerine shots there again for Celtic. Sullivan to McLeod. Taking the easy and safest course. Reid. Plays it wide to Burns. Certainly want a lot more from Burns in that area. Nady looked a bit uncomfortable. The ball is not out. Must have been very close. Sturrock. Elbow. Free kick. Shakes his head, but that could, I think, be visible a few miles off. Kirkwood, a little bit awkward about bringing it under control, and Sturrock picking up. This time he can turn, and that's a better looking ball. Milne, the reverse pass as Dodds goes in with a chance, and that is not the finishing we associate with Dodds this season. I think he may be finding it slightly difficult to get back to the pace of the game at this level after that injury, but it beautifully set up for him, and he had the opening. It all kind of fizzled out for him. Burns. Way forward, good running by McCluskey. He's got to get it under control though, and swinging it round. He complains about that, but it's certainly a goal kick. George McCluskey, who made that bust on the scene, actually, way back at Wembley when he played for the under-15s and scored a marvellous goal down there in front of 60,000. Well, there was no hesitation about McLeod there. No, from Hegarty, that's a great ball. This is Sturrock. Good tackle by McLeod. Neatly laid off. Sturrock's there. And there's a appeal for a penalty, and the referee, the irate United players do not agree with the fact that the referee indicated that there had been a dive there. Well, that certainly was put back into the Celtic penalty area, and Sturrock saw the opportunity of going wide, and the tackle came there, and the referee said that was a dive. No chance of getting that. Push from the back that time. Obviously United don't want Charlie Nicholas and George McCluskey to settle. They've got to get to the tackle very fast, but that was a bit too much. Milne given time to bring it down. There's Dave Dodge looking for the touch. Awkward looking tackle, and Burns won't get that. Here's Milne. Sturrock brought down once again, and the referee will certainly give Roy Aitken a stern warning about that tackle from the back. Swung in there by Milne, and that's a good-looking header. Hegarty up for it. There he is, saying he was pulled, as a matter of fact. And up and under. Keep your eye on it. That's a technique, and it came off from McAdam. Look at him coaxing the Celtic defence forward. That's a good forward run by Dodds. Clever piece of play there. Neatly out by Dodds. Now Bannon. Good running by Bannon. This is more like him. Was the neatest touch. There's Milne. And the linesman has his flag up, but the referee is letting the play go on. Certainly the linesman underneath me had his flag up. Good reverse pass. There's Sturrock with it. Here's a great chance for Kirkwood, and all looks so promising for United going forward, first on the right, then on the left. 8 minutes to half-time, there's still no scoring. There's Sturrock again. Bannon coming up. Good run by Bannon. McAdam going with him, still Bannon. Wants to cut back, and he tried to take the goalkeeper the other way. Superb run by Bannon, away on the left, the kind he likes, and even though McAdam came across, he kept control. Now look at the players coming up inside him. Now, this is a dilemma, to push it back, which is a bit obvious, or try and sneak it through the goalkeeper. He's inside post. He chose that latter route, and it didn't come off for him. Well, he was given possession rather easily. Seven minutes, Sturrock can't get the turn properly as McAdam comes up close behind him, and this has been a characteristic of the game. Both sets of defenders with Hegarty and Neri and McAdam and Aitken very close on the front runners and strikers, giving them hardly any breathing space at all. Bill running over, Bannon with the curling shot. Well, Bannon has burst into this game. Clever play there. Really was the way he tried to curl it round. That's a free kick. The nudge by Charlie Nicholas. Well, by our watch, the 45 minutes, the first 45 minutes are up. Sturrock looking for it, can't get it away, and that was Kirkwood coming in again. Reid, that's a goal kick. Kirkwood, one or two opportunities, and they're finishing rather slackly, but at the end of this half, there's no question about it that after a very nervous and apprehensive opening, I thought, by United, they've taken control of this game, particularly in midfield. Celtic started off looking as if they were in an extremely sharp mood, particularly Davy Provan, picking up balls in midfield and driving forward with that penetrating elegance of his. But it was then that United began to settle in, and they produced the better chances. Eamon Bannon playing very well eventually on the left, did a quitey start, then he began to get on his game, looked always threatening. That neatly judged curling free kick of his, but surely the United players will be going in talking to themselves and maybe even the manager about that decision by the referee to turn down the appeal for the penalty kick. Now this was vital and may turn out to be vital in the game. As the ball went in there, Sturrock went forward. Now I certainly think there's no doubt there's an element of a dive forward there, but I think United were harshly dealt with. Certainly it looks to me like a penalty kick, but the score at the moment, nothing each. Well, United ended the first half with the initiative, and they start the second half with kick-off, and they may be delighted with the way they took possession of the game, but of course the score is still nothing each. And although Celtic went out of it for a long spell, the danger still exists. That's Sturrock. Kirkwood. Now Milne. That's Milne's a great save by Bonner. Now look at the way Milne bored in the jink from one side to the other to that left foot of his, and that was a pile driver. Once again, that high ball. Bannon can't quite get into that. Now this is a better looking move by Celtic. That's a superb ball. Sullivan. And his curling and halt is all the time in the world, and that was a bad finish by Sullivan. Ought to be more in it than that. Who took that knock, and John Doyle comes on for Celtic, and no doubt Celtic will be hoping that the pace and the aggressive attitude he shows to the game will lift them up, and they need it at this stage. Here's Holt. Ball still in play. Doyle breaking, great chance for Doyle. Hegarty trying to come back, and a tackle by Dave Neary that had to be a winner all the way. That lovely ball forward, Doyle with a run-in and goal, and it was Neary who came back, sweeping in with that tackle, keeping the United goal intact, and that's certainly Celtic's best effort of the match so far. Provan and McAlpin, simplest of finishes, and at last we hear the Celtic support. Here's Dodds. Now Bannon. Phillip took his eye off it. More neatly forward, Billy Kirkwood. But he plays on the inside and is too far back. Oh, it's great play by Conroy. Busting and Celtic attacking with numbers this time. There's a ball forward that McAlpin will surely get, and there's a lovely sweeper's pass out to the left. Just at times you believe that get the impression that United can hardly believe they've got some of the chances they have. Philip, a great ball again. Now Milne. Milne with a chance and good defensive work again by Celtic. Breaking now to Sullivan. The whole tenor of the game lifting up again. Sullivan overdoing it. Philip, immaculate passing. Sturrock with Bannon inside him. Here is Sturrock. Straight to the hands of Bonner. Good running by Sturrock. He loves that kind of move. Somehow or other more fire in the second half as Celtic try to come to grips with themselves. Fight back into the match, and this is more like it. Provan driving forward. What's a great run by Provan. There's down to Burns. The wrong way, Nicholas. But unfortunate for Charlie Nicholas here. Brilliant running there by Provan going forward. And then trying to find Burns, but Nicholas putting it down there, and there's a great ball. It's not offside. United defence wide open. And just taken away as Burns comes in, tries to get his shot. And this is more like it from Celtic. Suddenly from somewhere they produce fight and aggression. And that finish there by Tommy Burns, obviously they're trying to pick a spot for it, place it away, but he couldn't get it beyond McAlpin. Provan got the acceleration he has. That's a good run by Provan. United massed in defence. Coppell with him. The better tackle. O'Bannon beautifully eluding that tackle. 3 against 3, but Kirkwood coming up. Bannon. That will be a booking for McAdam. It could not have been more blatant because Bannon was really away. So Coppell takes that. A lot of colour now. Hegarty's up. Inches past. Well, that's why Hegarty goes forward the way he does. Although a ball in the air like that is the sort of thing that could go virtually to anybody. It's timing and the jump that means a lot. And that's what he had there. Down it went. Technically perfect header, but just off. Holt. High, handsome and very wide, and acrobatic performance that time. Quite astonishing how he held that ball back, took it and kept the ball from going over. Good goalkeeping. That's a free kick to United. The figure of Dave Derry. Dodge tries to go into that. There's a shot there, there's a deflection. And the post. Oh, the United players can't believe it. Dodds opted for the shot himself. There was a slight deflection, and off it came the post. Looking ball there by Hegarty, and here's Hamish McAlpin playing his sweeper role again. Does it quite well with either foot too. Bannon seems to have gone out of the game for some reason. That was a free kick, and we've just under 15 minutes, 14 minutes to be exact, left. There's still no scoring. Quickly taken. This is Holt. It was low, and here is Bannon. Will he get his shot? And he curls it, and another save that Bonner will remember. Cutely taken once again by Bannon. Chipping it, trying to place it. Kirkwood going for it, a neat touch inside Sturrock, and I think as United broke there, I think there's going to be a substitution. Derek Stark is going to come on, and quite clearly this is a cruel blow to United. Hegarty is in serious trouble. Now, he's had bother in that knee area before. And this could be a very, very serious one. He looks as if he is out for some time. He's played so well in this game, and that really is a tragic picture. There's pain, disillusionment, and disappointment there. Bannon with it. Oh, that's a great shot and save. Bonner has had a field day. And the man who's probed him more than anything else, Eamon Bannon. Well-drilled, well-controlled shot. Difficult for him to take. And Bonner down on it, dealing with it splendidly. And they've done everything with Celtic bar, put the ball in the back of the net. That, I need hardly remind you, is a rather ancient saying. That's what it's all about, scoring goals. Doyle. Proven. This is where Celtic really must exploit Hegarty's absence. Oh, that's across the face of the goal. I think a deflection too. One of the hardest shots Celtic have had at goal. There's been a lack of that of them, and the substitute John Doyle unleashing that one. Corner kick. Nicholas, a good return, and it's just over. Doyle again, right in the thick of the action.
Firstly, if he had derived satisfaction from the game.
Like I said before, I think from the crowd's point of view it would be a good game. There was a spell there in the second half of just end-to-end stuff, cup-tie stuff, and that's what they really want to see.
Did the pattern of the game, was it the sort of thing you would expect?
I think so. I mean, we started off terrible first 10 minutes. We just didn't get into the game. But after that, we settled down to our game.
Well, at that stage, David, you personally were playing very well in midfield. Do you feel at the start of the game you might catch United cold?
Yeah, well, at the start of the game, I found I got a lot of the ball early on in the game. And Hampden suits me because it's a wide pitch. And the first 15-20 minutes, I got more room really than I did the rest of the game. But after that, they closed us down well, and I was very disappointed with the way we played today.
David, I suppose midfield is a very important area for you. It was there you began to get going. I thought that Ian Phillip in particular had a good game today.
Yeah, Ian's had a really steady season. He does really well for us, just sitting in front of the back four, getting the balls and spraying them wide.
Did you expect that United would play the way they did, Dave?
Yeah, I think so. They're probably the most difficult team in Scotland to play against because they're so well coached and well organised. And only really in the second half did we threaten them for probably a 15-minute spell. But having said that, to come here and play really as badly as we did today, and we're still in the cup, we're quite happy to have another shot again on Wednesday.
Does that mean, in a sense, Dave, that it puts the onus onto you?
I suppose it does in a way. I mean, we like I said, we had the majority of the play, I think, and they can only get better.
Again, it's perhaps, if I have to say it about you, in an important game, the old feeling of having a lot of the play and not being able to put it in the net. That
could be right, but then again, I think first half we were very unlucky not to get a penalty. Say no more.
In that sense, Dave, when you look back over the game, do you feel that the second bite of the cherry means that you've got a better chance of getting through to the final?
Most certainly, because I find semi-finals are more tense affairs than the final itself. And having been through it today, we've got 3 or 4 young boys in the team. That's given them an experience of what semi-finals are about, and I'm sure come Wednesday we'll start sticking the ball about a bit more.
And George McCluskey's injury?
I'm not really sure. It looks quite bad at the moment. I think it's knee trouble.
And Paul Hegarty?
Much the same, but we're just hoping he'll be all right for Wednesday.
Will there be goals on Wednesday?
There'll be goals from us,
Well, if there's goals from them, there'll be goals for us as well.
2 of the best players.